Ho ho. Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Have you ever tried the envelope budgeting system? You know, the one where you physically put cash into different envelopes for groceries, entertainment, rent, and so on. It feels so organized and in control, right? For a while, it might even work wonders. But then, mysteriously, you find yourself struggling to save, even though you're tracking every single dollar. What if I told you that the very system designed to help you save might actually be sabotaging your efforts? Today, we're diving deep into the psychological trap of mental accounting and why breaking down your budget too much can lead to financial failure. So, what exactly is this mental accounting? It's a concept from behavioral economics, first described by Nobel laureate Richard Taylor, says, our natural tendency to treat money differently, depending on where it comes from, or what we intend to use it for. We create these invisible mental accounts in our heads. For example, $100 you earned from your salary feels different from $100 you won in a lottery. You might be careful with your salary money, but feel totally fine splurging the lottery winnings. The envelope system is basically a physical version of this mental process, creating tangible buckets for your money, which seems logical. But this is where the trouble begins. Let's break down the three major traps of the envelope system and mental accounting. Trap number 1. The it's a separate fund illusion. When you're dining out, envelope runs out of cash. What's your first instinct? For many, it's not to stop eating out. Instead, you might think, well, the entertainment envelope still has some money left. I'll just borrow from there and pay it back later. This creates a false sense of security. Because the money is mentally separated, you don't feel the full impact of your overspending. You're just shuffling funds between imaginary accounts. In reality, it's all your money. Overspending in one category is still overspending, no matter where the cash comes from. This illusion makes it incredibly easy to justify small leaks that eventually sink your entire savings ship. Trap number 2 is what I call spend it or lose it syndrome. Picture this, it's the end of the month, and you notice there's still $50 left in your clothing envelope. What goes through your mind? Do you think, great, I'll move this $50 to my savings? Or do you think I'd better spend this, or it'll just get absorbed into next month's budget anyway? I should buy that shirt I was looking at. This is a huge problem with hyper-specific categories. We start to see the money in each envelope as a spending target rather than a spending limit. The goal subconsciously shifts from saving money to using up the entire allocation for that category, which is the exact opposite of what we want to achieve. And the third trap, inflexibility in the face of reality. Life is unpredictable. Your car might suddenly need a new tire, or a friend might announce a last-minute wedding. Rigid envelope system can't handle these surprises gracefully. When an unexpected expense pops up, it can throw your entire budget into chaos. You're forced to raid multiple envelopes, which can be stressful and demoralizing. This often leads to people giving up on budgeting altogether, feeling like it's just too hard and restrictive. The system breaks because it doesn't have the built-in flexibility to adapt to the real world. So, if detailed envelope budgeting is a trap, what's the solution? Do we just give up on budgeting entirely? Absolutely not. We just need a smarter approach. The key is to shift from a micromanagement mindset to what I call big picture awareness. First, focus on the total amount. Instead of obsessing over dozens of tiny categories, concentrate on the big picture. Total income minus total savings equals total spending money. Your primary goal is to hit your savings target. For example, if you earn $3,000 and want to save $500, you have $2,500 left to spend for the month. That's your number. How you spend that $2,500 is less important than making sure you don't exceed it. This gives you the freedom and flexibility to manage your own spending without the guilt of borrowing from other envelopes. The second, and perhaps most powerful solution, is to automate your savings. This is the pay-yourself-first principle on steroids. Set up an automatic transfer from your checking account to your savings or investment account the day you get paid. The key here is that the money is gone before you even have a chance to see it or mentally assign it to a spending category. It never enters your spendable income mental account. This is the single most effective way to build wealth because it removes willpower and decision-making from the equation. Your savings goal is met automatically. every single time. Next, implement a cooling-off period for non-essential purchases. Mental accounting often fuels impulse buys. You see something you want, and you check your mental or physical fun money envelope. If the cash is there, you buy it. To fight this, create a rule. For any purchase over, say, $50, that isn't a necessity. You have to wait 24 or 48 hours before buying it. This short delay breaks the emotional pull of the purchase. It gives your logical brain time to catch up and ask, do I really need this? Or would I rather this money go towards my bigger financial goals? More often than not, you'll find the urge fades away. Finally, leverage digital tools wisely. While physical envelopes have their pitfalls, modern budgeting apps can be incredibly helpful. But choose your tools carefully. Look for apps that focus on your overall spending and savings goals, rather than forcing you into rigid, tiny categories. The best apps connect to all your accounts and give you a real-time, holistic view of your finances. They can show you your total spending for the month, track your progress toward your savings goals, and alert you if you're getting close to your overall limit. This keeps you informed without trapping you in the mental accounting maze. So, let's recap. The old-school envelope system, while well-intentioned, often backfires because it leans into the psychological trap of mental accounting. It creates an illusion of separate funds, encourages you to spend everything in each category, and lacks the flexibility for real life. The modern, more effective approach is to focus on the big picture. Know your total spendable income. Automate your savings so it's out of sight and out of mind. Introduce a cooling-off period to curb impulse buys, and use digital tools that provide a holistic view of your finances. By shifting your mindset from micromanaging tiny envelopes to focusing on your overall financial health, you'll find it not only easier to manage your money, but also far more effective for actually building your savings and reaching your long-term goals. Stop counting the pennies in the envelopes and start focusing on the big picture goals that truly matter. Thank you so much for watching. If this video helped you see budgeting in a new light, please hit that like button and subscribe for more content on smart money management. Let me know in the comments if you've ever fallen into the mental accounting trap. See you in the next video.